Hey, Paul here for the Illinois Center for Broadcasting. I'm with Peter Noone of Herman's Hermits and all sorts of other great stuff. He's here for the Fest for Beatles fans. Just got done with the panel discussion just now. How did it go up there?
It was good. The lady who did the interview was really professional and really good, and she let me talk. I didn't realize I didn't let her ask any questions.
Well, I think that's why they invite you to this, is they want...
I just trampled all over her.
That's good, though.
Yeah, I think
people
so.
want to hear what you have to say. Now, you were so young when Something Tells Me I'm Into Something Good came out. You were, how old when that song came out?
16.
16 years old, and you're a rock star. What was that like, just having chart success at that age?
It was pretty good because, I was 16, but I was, if you were in the shadow of the Beatles, and the Beatles were in the shadow of Elvis Presley, you didn't take it all that seriously. It was just nice to have a hit record and have people think I was more interesting than I really was. That's all it is.
What was your first experience listening to the Beatles, the first song you might have heard? What was your reaction to that?
Well, I had different times. The best Beatles was I was in my Auntie Dorothy's house, and we were rehearsing with my band, I can't, Cyclones or something, and we could hear another band playing, so we went to see who it was, and it was the Beatles playing in the field, and we crossed the field, and there on a stage was the Beatles playing, and they were so great that the guy I was with dropped out of the band because he knew he couldn't be in that competition, but I went and found 4 idiots who think we could be good.
And that's how you formed
Yeah,
Hermits.
and that was kind of a magical moment, because if I didn't see the Beatles, I maybe wouldn't have been so hard working. I wanted to make sure it worked, so I got in there and I said, let's find guys who want to work as hard as they do. And
the band was named after Sherman from Rocky and Bullwinkle. That was something I heard.
Okay. I took them off, but I used to have these I would do we were a Buddy Holly what do we call it? Buddy Holly tribute, not tribute, parody.
Okay.
And we would do lots of Buddy Hill, all that stuff, and I used to wear these glasses for it, and I put these and do Buddy Holly, and they were horn-rimmed glasses. And this guy comes over to me in the pub, and he goes, "Who are you doing? Like, what is that supposed to be with the glasses?" And I said, "Buddy Holly, you schmuck," And he goes, "You don't look anything like Buddy Holly. You look like Sherman from the Bullwinkle show, Sherman and Professor Peabody. And the Sherman is this little fat kid with glasses, and the dog is much more intelligent than him." And we thought, the guys who were in the band at the time thought that was hilarious. And he said, "What are you laughing at? You look like bloody hermits, dressed like hermits." And we changed our name, Herman and the Bloody Hermits.
It fits. I don't know.
It was
works.
great, and that was it. That's how we got the name. It's kind of an unusual story, but because if you haven't seen Professor Peabody and Sherman, does that still exist?
They made a movie this year, actually,
good.
but Rocky and Bullwinkle still has some success.
It's in black and white.
Yeah. But yeah, no, they had the movie this year.
Are you allowed to say black and white now?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think so. I think that's okay.
Right.
We'll let it slide this time, I guess. It's funny. My mom was just telling me recently, I was watching the CNN 60s documentary that they had, and she was kind of telling me about that they had the British invasion sort of special about that, and of course you appeared on there.
For a moment,
But she was telling me that she had a crush on Paul McCartney, but she also had a crush on you growing up.
Her. She always has very good taste in men.
You wouldn't by chance want to call her right now and say,
"Absolutely
hey,
not a chance."
No, not a chance. No,
not a chance. I don't even like her.
You never met her though.
No, I don't.
I'd
Call
say,
girls out of the blue like that. You never know what you're going to get. It could be like some list that I've got on. Craig's list.
Gotcha. Well, I mean, she did produce me, but I guess that probably is telling then about how Peter Noone feels about my mom.
She probably did good. She did a good job on you.
Well, thank you very
look
much.
Like a pretty good specimen.
I'll let her know that
done,
you said
Mom.
that.
I'm sorry, I just don't do calls. I don't do calls. I hate the phone. I hate phones. If I don't meet you in person, I'll never meet you. You will never be. Just because you're on Facebook doesn't mean you're my friend. Even if you say Facebook friend, it really doesn't mean that much to me. But if you use pictures of me on your page, I will probably see them.
Peter Noone, thank you so
Hey,
much.
thank you, man. I'm sorry to mess around
Hey,
with the
no, it was great.
Do not worry. I tried as hard as I can to ruin this man's show, but he recovered every time instantly and just came straight back at me. Where's your mum?
Where's my mom?
Oh, no, I'm kidding.
She's
kidding.
not here.
All right.
You sure you don't want to talk to her?
No, I don't.
All right. I'll let her know, though, the nice things you said about me.
I
and
only
her.
talk to girls who are around 23.
Okay. Yeah, she's just a little bit older than that,
right.
though. Yeah.
I thought you were going to say, in that CNN thing, what they did was they took a piece out. And it was me and Graham Gouldman.
Okay, I wanted to ask you about this.
Okay.
Maybe you can kind of set the story
Okay,
straight, because it was an argument, it seemed like, between you and Graham Nash about the power of music and how maybe in a political sense it could change people's opinions on things. But I mean, you guys were both young, and
he was 3 years older than me.
But this is like at the height of a turning point in history here. So maybe you could kind of elaborate on what was going on at that moment.
Okay, what he was saying is that all you need is love. And what I said was, I disagree. That you're always going to need an army. See, my problem is that I've got a sister who's in the Royal Marines. I've got a father who was in the Royal Air Force, and we're a military family. And we don't think as military as being this horrible business that goes around and beats people up. We think that the army goes to save people from horrible people killing them. So I disagreed that. My theory, which I did expound on, which was not popular then because there was a war in Vietnam, and I'm on the side of the soldiers. No matter who's in the fight, I'm on the side. Soldiers versus civilians. I'm going to take the soldiers. So it was an awkward situation because everyone was going, give peace a chance, and all you need is love and everything. But you know that if Adolf Hitler, if we'd have all sent a bunch of English guys over there going, all you need is love, another 6 million people might have got killed. Sometimes you need an army to go, and that was my disagreement. And then he says, it seems so naive now. I feel sorry for Graham because it's so naive, because he says, all wars are started by people over 40. No, all wars are started by people of all kinds of ages. There's horrible people doing horrible things to people right now, and you sometimes need an army to go and say, hey guys, back off. That's what the police are. So, all British people fancied themselves as being the police of the world, but now, fortunately, it's the United States of America. They got more men and more money to do it. Sometimes you need to get an army together to stop people doing horrible things to each other. That's all. And that was my argument. Oh, it's your mom.
Oh, she got your number then. Good. I was kind of texting her along the way. I understand. If you got to take it, you got to take it. Peter, thank you so much.
Nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you, too.
Bye.
Peter Noone, Herman's Hermits, a man you definitely want to meet in person and talk to, for sure. This is Paul Savari for the Illinois Center for Broadcasting.